First game in the SEC, brother.
It feels awesome. You know, offense done a great job. I think defense coming out in the second half. Really, this was a game that really could have decided our season. You know, we came in at halftime and you know said that this game right here could define us, and you know we answered back, and I think that's definitely improvement from what I've heard from last year.
Talk about your performance. Pretty pleased with it, stat-wise?
Yeah, I am, definitely. But you know, at the same time, if I would have had a bad game, I'd have came in here and said it's never as good as it seems, never as bad as it seems. So, you know, we'll enjoy this one tonight, and then we'll work on UTEP tomorrow.
You kind of ran yourself as exhausted.
Yeah, I did. You know, those first couple of games, you're always going to have cramps and stuff like that. So that's all it was. I had a couple of cramps, so got an IV and. You know, felt a lot better after that.
Well, how much of those, passes you were completing to the outside open up the middle of the field?
Well, I think our running game done a great job of, I think at first they weren't really giving us our screens and stuff like that, but once Mackey busted a couple and, we were able to run the ball, opened up the screen game, which opened up down the field a little bit.
Did you run the ball more? Coach Free said you seem to run the ball more than you originally thought, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm going to take whatever they give me. If we have a read option and they squeeze, I'm definitely going to pull it. So I'm not afraid to run the ball at all. So, yeah, I mean.
Did Coach have any problem with that? Did you talk about that at halftime?
No, I think when we're down 20-14, he doesn't really care if I'm running it or throwing it or whatever. We're just trying to put points on the board.
He says you're going to get the start next game. You earned that this time. How important is it to you to get the start for the season instead of game by game?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's real important. Just come out and prepare myself like I did this week, and stay humble and keep moving the ball.
Take us through your thought process after the interception. How did you bounce back from that?
Well, it's tough always throwing a pick, but it was a tip ball, just something crazy that happens, and that's going to happen in a football game. So you just got to bounce back the next drive and, take the team down the field.
You seemed pretty calm going in.